Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Psalm 132, we have conveyed to us David's desire to have a house built for Yahweh. It says there, starting in verse 3, "Surely I will not come into my house, nor lie in the comfort of my bed. I will not give sleep to my eyes or slumber to my eyelids, until I find a place for Yahweh, a dwelling place for the mighty one of Jacob." David said, I'm not going to rest until I have found a dwelling place for Yahweh. And as we read the story of David, of course, we see that that was definitely true. David very much earnestly desired to give the Lord a dwelling place. And even when he was told that he was not to be the one to do that, he still prepared all the materials, got everything lined up for his son Solomon to do it. But these verses show us basically two things by David. He had intention, but then also he had priority. He gave the dwelling place of God priority. He was intentional. That is, he didn't just say, well, I want God to have a dwelling place, but then didn't ever follow through or just kind of forgot about it. He was intentional. He says, I'm not going to give sleep to my eyes or slumber to my eyelids until I've got this done. But he also shows that he gave this priority. Of all the things that he had going on, as a king, he probably had a lot of things on his to-do list. A lot of things to follow up on, a lot of judgments to enact, a lot of different decisions. Maybe there are different things going on within the kingdom he needed to address. We say, despite all those distractions, I'm still going to make giving God a dwelling place a priority. And this is a great example for us because we too need to have this heart. We too need to want to give God a dwelling place. And not necessarily a temple, a physical structure for God to dwell in, as David was desiring, but that God would find a dwelling place in our lives. And this is going to be accomplished in the same way that David was able to eventually accomplish this through his son. And that is by being intentional. We might say, oh, I wish I could live in the presence of God. I wish I could walk in the awareness of his presence throughout the day. And then we get into the day and we just don't really pay much attention to the Lord. We allow ourselves to get distracted. We're just not really intentional. We don't really sit down and make a plan and really say, okay, this is how I'm going to open up my heart. I'm going to open up my life to the presence of God. This is how I'm going to be able to keep myself focused on God, keep my eyes fixed on Christ, to set my mind on the Spirit. This is what I'm going to do and be intentional about it. But then also make it a priority to say, you know what, the most important thing I do today is not get everything done on my to-do list, not necessarily meeting all my schedules and doing everything on my to-do list. My highest priority is setting my mind on God and allowing my heart, my life to be a dwelling place of the Lord. And yes, I will intend to get those tasks done, but above all those things, I'm going to be seeking the Lord, centering my heart on him, directing my attention to him, letting the flow of my life flow into him and make him the highest priority. And so by being intentional and making the Lord our highest priority, we can then accomplish making a dwelling place for him. As we open up our hearts to him, as we open up our lives to him, as we focus on him and center upon him, the Lord will find a ready place to come and dwell with us. And we can walk in the awareness of his presence every moment, every second of every day, and to live in close communion with the Lord. As he knocks on the door of our hearts, we open it up and say, Lord, come in and dine with me. I want to have fellowship with you. I want to commune with you, and I want to make you my highest priority. So let's make God a dwelling place today. Let's open up our hearts to him. Let's open up our lives to him so that he can come and dwell with us and we can enjoy all the benefits that come from that. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.